If you are looking to buy or sell any of your FIFA 23 Ultimate Team coins, u4gm.com is the place to do so, and you can use code ELITE at checkout for 5% off your order. The chances that you, the person watching this video right now, is actually older than the country Serbia as we know it today, well, those chances are very high because Serbia was only formed in 2006. I was already 9 years old, which is crazy to think about a country as popular as Serbia only being formed about 16 years ago, but that's a bit misleading because the history behind that region of the world, well, it goes way, way back. And it's one of the most interesting things to me because it existed as the country of Yugoslavia for most of the 1900s. In 1918, Yugoslavia was formed, and in 1930, they participated in the first ever FIFA World Cup, where they finished in third place. But it wasn't the only run that they ever made, because in 1962, they did it again, where they made the semifinal of the World Cup. Now, in 1992, they officially disbanded because over the course of the 1900s, it was dictator Josip Broz Tito that was the glue that kept that country together. And after his death, well, I will spare you the details, but things weren't pretty in Yugoslavia. And then after they disbanded into several different countries. 8 different countries that we know today. Serbia, Croatia, Bosnia and Herzegovina, Montenegro, North Macedonia, Slovenia, and Kosovo. All 8 of these countries were within Yugoslavia. And now we are already seeing these different countries like Croatia and Serbia make runs in the World Cup. In 2018, Croatia made the final against France. And in 2022, Croatia is still in it as well. And it makes me wonder that in 2018, if Croatia had all of the different players from Serbia and Montenegro and Bosnia and Herzegovina, would they have won that World Cup? Because if they're already doing it, what if they had the help of 7 other countries? So today, in FIFA 23, I'm going to build the best possible Yugoslav team, and we're going to play a game with it in FUT Champions. First, we have to scout out all of the players from these different countries. Now, there's some obvious players that come to mind, like Edin Dzeko from Bosnia and Herzegovina. But we've also got Viska, who we could use as maybe our right winger or put him on the bench. But Edin Dzeko also has this 88 rated card. It's got 5-star weak foot, 89 pace. I think we've got to use this guy in our squad, and he goes for less than 40,000 coins. So I think that's going to be our first addition to the team. The next player that we absolutely have to go out and get, it's Luka Modric. I mean, he's on the top of everybody's mind. We know he's going into this team, and even if we were to use his regular gold card, it would be pretty high rated. But he's actually got a couple of different special cards in the game this year, and one of them is the new Road to the World Cup card. And I think what we're going to do is we're going to go out and spend our coins to get the Road to the World Cup Luka Modric. It is 260,000 coins, but it's got 90 dribbling, it's got 91 passing, 4-star, 4-star, well balanced all around. It's going to be a star in our Yugoslavia team. We're off to a great start in the team already. Edin Dzeko, Luka Modric, but let me turn your eyes to the bench where I have Xherdan Shaqiri. You might be wondering, Switzerland is not part of Yugoslavia, and that's true, but Shaqiri was born in Yugoslavia, and after he was born in Yugoslavia, his family fled due to the war. They went to Switzerland, where he grew up and eventually played for Switzerland. But if that war never happened, Yugoslavia would still exist, and Shaqiri would most likely have played for Yugoslavia because he is Albanian and Kosovoan. So Shaqiri could have been on the Yugoslav national team, and that goes for a lot of different players, and of course we won't know, so that's going to be the only player that we actually put in this team. But if you take a look at some other players like Zlatan Ibrahimovic, his father was Bosniak, and 4 years before he was born, he left Bosnia for Sweden, and that's why Zlatan represents Sweden. And Christian Pulisic's grandfather was Croatian, so he could have represented either USA or Croatia. So all of those players could be in this team, but we're just going to limit it to Shaqiri, who will represent all of them. And I want to make sure that every single country is represented. So for Kosovo, I've got Ramani at the center back. Now, I'm not sure if we're going to start him, but I want to make sure we get at least one player from each country in the team. And unfortunately, well, there aren't very many great players from Kosovo that we can go with. And one more nation that is kind of hard to get some good players from is going to be North Macedonia. And if you've ever met somebody from North Macedonia, they'll tell you that the country doesn't even exist because it's just Macedonia. Well, there isn't any South Macedonia, so I'm inclined to believe that guy that I talked to. So there is no North Macedonia, it's just Macedonia, and we're going to go for Elmas, who is the highest rated. While Pandev is a Macedonian legend, he's no longer in FIFA, he just retired about a year and a half, 2 years ago. Goalkeeper is a no-brainer because Slovenia really doesn't have any great players other than in the goalkeeper position, where they actually have two superstars. Slovenia was part of Yugoslavia, and Jan Oblak and Samir Handanovic are both from Slovenia. And you've got to feel bad for Handanovic because he is one of the best Serie A goalkeepers of the past decade. He's one of the best goalkeepers of the past decade, and he was always number 2 to Jan Oblak. It's tough when the country's 2 best players are both goalkeepers. Well, you can only play one of them at a time. So we're going to go ahead and throw Jan Oblak at goalkeeper, but we're going to go ahead and put Handanovic on the bench as our backup goalkeeper as well. Now, they do have Kevin Campbell, who's played in Bundesliga for most of his career, but his card just is no good. So we're just going to use those 2 for our Slovenian players in the team. This guy just set records in the championship last year. He's done well in the Premier League so far this year, and he does have a Road to the World Cup card just like Luka Modric. So I thought it would be good to get our first Serbian in the team, and that is going to be Alexander Mitrovic. His card looks pretty solid, and the stat that really bounces out to you is that 93 physicality, that's 97 strength, 96 aggression. Now, he didn't have the greatest World Cup. He is coming back off of injury, so maybe that played a factor. But that card up top next to Edin Dzeko, we are going to have one of the most physical strike forces in the game. Now, we have 7 countries from Yugoslavia in this team already, but we are still missing one of them, and that country is Montenegro. So we've got to find a Montenegro player that can work for our team. And there is a center back that is the highest rated player from that country, and it's Stefan Savic, who's got 87 defending and 80 physicality. Now, the rest of his card doesn't look great. I'm not excited to use him in the team, but he is going to work at center back because there aren't actually a ton of options to go with here. But at left back, I'm pretty excited to actually use this guy, Marusic. He's from Montenegro as well. He plays for Lazio in Serie A, and his card is pretty decent. It's got 87 pace, 82 physicality, 79 defense, and decent distribution skills as well. But there aren't, again, a ton of fullbacks to go with. Now, I thought of going with Ivan Perisic, who's on Tottenham here, because he does play like a left wing back for them. But after I realized there also isn't really a ton of right backs, what we did instead is we're going to go for Ivan Perisic out of position card here at right back, which works out well because he actually is right-footed. Now, a lot of the teams that he's played for have played him on the left because his weak foot is very, very good, and that shows in this card. But that is going to be our best defender in the squad, and hopefully Luka Modric can pick up the pieces from a holding midfielder position. But now we've got 3 more midfielders to find, so let's see what the best cards we can get in these spots are. And there we have it. Our midfield is complete. We've gone for Dusan Tadic at center attacking mid. Then the rest of the midfield is absolutely unreal. Milinkovic Savic, 4-star, 5-star. He is an 89 rated card with all stats, 75 and above, 90 physicality. This team is, it is going to be the most physical team on the pitch. There's no doubt about that. Brozovic also at the right center mid to finish us off. But I found some other players that we could maybe go for on defense that can make our team a little bit better. Now, Jimsiti is decent, but I decided I'm going to go out and buy Nemanja Vidic from Serbia, get an icon in the team. Now, of course, he wouldn't be playing in the 2022 World Cup. He's been retired for the better half of the last decade, but Vidic is going to be a very big boost to this defense. But that's not all. Stefan Savic, although he's higher rated, I don't think he's better than Gvardiol from Croatia. And I've got his World Cup card that I'm going to throw into this team. And he's got 83 pace, 81 defense, and 84 physicality. So I'm going to go with him instead. We'll go ahead and move Vlahovic over to the reserves. We've got Kramaric, Rakitic, Bare, Viska, but that's going to be it. That's going to be our squad. Now it's time to head into a FUT Champs match and see if we can actually win a match with Yugoslavia. Small problem that we've run into. Nothing huge, but I did forget which day of the week it was. It's Thursday, actually, so I guess we're going to have to go to division rivals instead. We've got our match against Sandwell Town. He doesn't even know what's about to hit him. Here's his squad. Has nothing on Yugoslavia. This team stinks. Bang! Dzeko gets us off the mark. Yugoslavia back in business. 2022. A nice little back angle pass from Brozovic. Finds Edin Dzeko. Oh. All right, Jan Oblak, it's time for Slovenia to represent because we just gave up a really bad penalty there. It was actually Nemanja Vidic, and we concede. It's all right. We're fine. Milinkovic-Savic finesse that. Oh, man. Mike Mignon with a save. Mitrovic is about to put this away back post. Tadic. Bang! It wasn't Mitrovic, but it was a Serbian putting it away at the back post. No! What? What is happening? No way! What? How have we not scored there? I was already celebrating. All right, first match didn't exactly go to plan, but what do you expect when it's the country's first match in over 20 years? We've got some things to work out defensively. We can see that, but it's not the country's first match in over 30 years because although Yugoslavia was dismantled in 1992, Serbia and Montenegro played under the Yugoslavian name for another 11 years in FIFA. So in the 1998 World Cup, Yugoslavia played in that World Cup despite the fact that the country had not existed in the better half of a decade. Here's what we're going up against, and to be honest, this team loses to Yugoslavia 10 times out of 10, so easy work. Let's get to it. Ball in, Mitrovic already through. Oh! 6 minutes in, and Mitrovic, look at the ball roll, little chip. Disgusting. Disgusting. And after that, is he quitting? Is he done? He didn't want the smoke with Yugoslavia. Right, guys, so that's going to be it for today's video. If you enjoyed, do not forget to drop a like and subscribe to the channel if you're new. And comment down below Yugoslavia or include the word Yugoslavia in your comment, and I will make sure to drop a heart on every single one of your guys' comments. And let me know if you guys enjoyed this upload. Obviously, we're still going to be uploading a lot of trading content, but I wanted to try out something a little bit different. Let me know if you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys again tomorrow. Peace out.